test. Testing. Testing. Test. Testing.
For Kitsap. Cole Millier takes the kickoff and advances out to up towards the yard line. Back dashing is tackle. And Black Hills.
Testing.
Like the ball, first and 10, it's a 43. And out by quarterback, number 12, Alex Salty.
Welcome to West Sound TV presents High School Football 2014. We are 5 seconds into this contest. We've had some audio problems and have corrected those. So we are here tonight up at North Kitsap for the North Kitsap versus Black Hills game. North Kitsap in the purple, Black Hills in the white with the white numbers. So excuse us if we are unable to tell you some numbers tonight. I'm Kitty Campagna from West Sound TV. I have Spencer Anderson on the camera and Dave Ziesmer in the other hot seat tonight. So we apologize for the little problem we had there at the beginning, but I think we have it all corrected. We tried some wireless magic that just was no longer magic. So Dave, what do we have going on so far?
North Kitsap has one play. They gained 2 yards on a little outside handoff, closed down beautifully by Black Hills.
A completion that did not have enough on it, and it is 3rd and 7. North Kitsap on their own 46. Some great field position to begin the evening. This is the battle of the unbeatens. Both of these teams 2-0 tonight. North Kitsap coming in ranked number 7 in the state. At quarterback for North Kitsap, we have under center. That is number 12, and keeps it. Alex Albee for a first down, North Kitsap.
Nice little fake around the outside. Black Hills actually pursued to the left a little bit. All of a sudden, he was just running on the outside. That was a great play.
I was convinced TJ Jensen had it as well, but that's going to be the first down of the evening. It is September, what is today? Are we on the 19th already? No way. A beautiful day here on the Kitsap Peninsula. Albee still under center, 1st and 10, hands off to number 35, and number we're going to hear a lot of, that's Kyle North, one of their top runners.
The offensive line for North Kitsap has already opened up deep holes in the inside, and they're not just a little far apart. It's wide holes. They're going to probably just continue to do this until Black Hill stops them.
Well, in the first 2 games, North had 40 rushes for 245 yards. Going to try him one more time, go into that well, and a horde of wolves in on the tackle.
It was a great arm tackle at the feet of the runner, and he just pulled him right down, and that's how you're supposed to tackle.
The one number I could read for sure, TJ Borden, number 28, a junior for Black Hills. Black Hills out of the Tumwater area. Hand off to North. He's just bulling his way. 3rd and 4. We're going to see, looks like he might be just a little bit short.
About a half a yard. Nice quick handoff, though, up the middle. Followed his blockers.
4th and 1 on the 34. North Kitsap, no doubt about it, going for it in one of those kind of basic no man's land in high school football. Albee with the handoff, gives it to North. And he seems to have just enough bull in him to get that first down.
There's that quick handoff again, right up the middle. Little hole. He just got enough for the first down, though.
Black Hills is also a 2A school in the Evergreen Conference. They started out the year beating Montesano and Rochester pretty convincingly, yes. So we'll see how North Kitsap's defense does against them, but right now it's offense for them. 22 on the outside, enough for about 4.
TJ Jensen. Black Hills pursuit on that play was going out to the right-hand side, and they just stopped him. You're right, the numbers are tough to see.
2nd and 7. We got 9 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. No score.
This is surprising because North Kitsap is a passing team, and they're just coming down the field with runners. So I'm waiting for them to open up a little bit.
Would this be your prediction? Oh, goes ahead to number 4, and that's going to be just a little bit too far.
Alex Albee just threw that ball 40 yards in the air, going against the grain. His touch on that ball was quite impressive. He's got a gun for an arm.
Willichuk, the intended receiver. That's going to make it 3rd and 7. Blanket coverage by Black Hills on that particular one.
I wonder if we're going to see a little screen pass.
Albee in the shotgun. Still has it. Up to 21.
Nice tackle at the feet.
Sean Kroll with the reception, but that's going to be short of the first down. It'll be 4th and about 5.
That was a great stop on that pursuit. Once again, I wish I could see the number of the player from Black Hills. And they're going to go for it. 4th and, I got a long 4. They got 4th and 5 on the scoreboard. I think it's more of a long 4.
They don't have a 4.5 on their scoreboard.
Well, they ought to.
They ought to. Okay, I'll tell them that. Could you guys get some decimals?
Little reverse. Black
that
Hill.
was figured out.
Black Hills was in the backfield before he got the handoff. Like they knew the play.
Thad Mashuk, the kid with the red sleeves, number 12, a senior out there with the tackle, along with many more Wolves.
That play was actually really slow to develop. It just took way too long to get going.
That's a tough play for 5 yards that you're looking for. So with 8 minutes left here in the first quarter, scoreless, but a turnover on downs, and Black Hills is going to start it out at their own 29. That pass not complete. And
Chase Morrow was a second-string quarterback. The other quarterback's got is it a broken collarbone? Is it?
I think it said broken, but you know, we'll.
And he's taken over, and he's already got 8 touchdown passes in 2 games. So you're going to see the ball in the air tonight by Black Hills.
Now there are rumors that the other quarterback will be back as well. His name is Jaden Troy. But Black Hills has just run over the teams it's played in the first 2 weeks. On number 8, bringing him down. Great play by Cole Milliard.
Now, that nice open field tackle by number 8 was, he was in the backfield before he even caught the pass.
Third down and 10 on the 27.
North Kitsap is running a 3-4 defense. 3-man down, 4 in the backfield there.
North Kitsap fans calling for defense. Back in the shotgun, Morrow looking for a receiver, finds his man, and no, he doesn't. Jensen thought he had it. Number 2, Jason Kramer, that was intended for. So that's going to make it 4th and 12, and I don't think at their own 27 they're going to go for it.
Leaf Klinger got it, just tipped that ball in the air, so it couldn't be caught. Nice defense by Klinger.
And North is known only in both their first and second games that they played, one against Bainbridge and one against WF West, who was ranked. They only scored 7 points in each of those games, so their defense has been tough all year. Whoa! There's got to be a flag.
Old shank.
That kick doesn't even make it into Wolf territory or into North Kitsap territory.
What I saw there was no rush. Everybody was just standing around, so when he got the ball, nobody was around him. He goes, man, this is going to be an easy kick that you assume it's going to be easy, and then the shank.
Well, I was pretty convinced the guy on the end took off early anyway, so I was expecting a yellow flag, which have we seen any yet?
Nope.
Quite impressive.
Short drive for North Kitsap right now. They only got 35 yards for a touchdown here.
21 in motion, gives it out to North. Some nice blocking on the end, and North is going to, oh, now it's a flag. That's all I had to do was talk about it, and it's going to happen.
We're going to probably have a hold in the backfield. That's where the flag is.
Good run by North. He picked up about 6 yards, but that's going to be negated by a flag right now. And our head official, you said you knew.
Dave Paul.
Dave Paul, the man in the white hat.
Been around for years.
And
great official.
Don't think we got names of any of the others. Oh, this is going to go against the other team. Personal foul against Black Hills. Now in high school, they do not indicate the number of the person who was the offender. And I didn't see it from up here, I'll admit that.
The only thing that I can think of, it was a face mask, a hands to the face mask, or a grabbing of the face.
I didn't see that particular signal.
That does happen. They just do a personal foul, so I'm...
That makes it 1st and 10 on the 16. Vikings heading towards scoring territory. In the red zone, give it off to North. He is corralled by a couple of Wolves, 28 being one of them.
The defense on Black Hills right now, the pursuit to the ball, they're really fast. And when you have that, you can go get them. That's really nice to have on a defense.
Well, when you're looking at their numbers, their weights are in the 180s, 160s, 150s, and so they're going to have to be fast. 6:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Still scoreless.
I'm still waiting for North Kitsap to open it up.
And they may be discussing that right now.
Yeah.
Timeout North Kitsap.
Timeout North Kitsap.
So let's take an opportunity here to thank the Kitsap Sun for live streaming this, as Doc calls it, across the World Wide Web. And we just want to thank them for getting it out there, having the game of the week absolutely every week here during high school football. A lot of fun for us. I think it's a lot of fun for the fans as well. And thank you, Dave, for coming up here tonight and being one of our announcers. Our Doc we gave him a night off. I don't know how much he's going to get to relax, but it's kind of nice to give him a break. And we are always blessed with Spencer Anderson on the camera, and I'm Kitty Campagna here on the other mic, here for West Sound TV. A big thank you to Peninsula Subaru, Amy's on the Bay, and Dickey's Barbecue. They are the big sponsors for this production as far as the Kitsap Sun goes.
I'd like to give a shout out to Kirk Parrish, the coach for North Kitsap for many, many years.
Jerry Parrish?
Jerry Parrish. Kirk is his son.
Okay.
I remember him as a quarterback here, but Jerry Parrish, man, he's still on the sidelines.
Forever. They have a ton of assistant coaches. They are coached by Jeff Weibel. And on the other side, it's Kirk Stevens, first-year coach. I'll be trying to get free. Finds his man out of bounds. That doesn't count, but it looked like a nice reception.
The pursuit of the Black Hills player, he was in the backfield so quick, he didn't even have time to set up and make a great throw.
But it was the throw you were looking for.
Yeah.
It's now 3rd and 8 on their own 14. 6 minutes and 9 seconds.
He really hasn't had time to get off a good ball right now. They're rushing pretty hard right now.
Under center again, Albee. Couple men, one in motion, one in the backfield. That'd be North. They're going to give it to him. He's going to possibly get that first down. He certainly worked for those extra yards.
That's where they're getting a lot of their yardage tonight, is the quick handoff up the middle. And they've probably gained at least 20, 25 yards on those quick handoffs up the middle. So maybe that's going to be their strength tonight.
One more time. It's a 4th and 1. See if Black Hills can hold them again, if the Wolves can stop the Vikings, or if those Vikings can get that much closer to pay dirt. Albee under center, hands it off to North. He's tripped up.
That was close. I think he got it.
Black Hills says no, but they are not the final deciders.
They did not make it. He got tripped up in the backfield. That's when he went down, but I thought he made it.
Well, it's when his knee went down and where that ball was. So again, there is a stout back to these Black Hills Wolves. 5 minutes and 30 seconds, no score.
Which is surprising tonight, because these two teams are high scoring.
Well, North Kitsap they won 29-7 against Bainbridge and 28-7 against WF West. So those are a little bit higher than the 0 that we're seeing right now. Quick handoff on the guy coming around. Oh, taken down by Jensen.
Remember, Connor Farou was the little scam back there. He was coming around the corner with some speed, but the pursuit on that was really impressive by the tackler.
TJ Jensen.
Oh, he's around.
Well,
offense, and he plays both ways.
Oh, that's true for most of these guys. Jensen had to go off to the sideline for one play because his helmet came off. That's probably killing him. That pass too long for the receiver. So far, Morrow's not looking overly confident. He doesn't have a real smooth style. It's kind of like he's directing the ball to his receivers.
He's got to get in that rhythm to actually take his time, get a great throw, use his feet to throw more instead of his arm.
Well, when you start out at your own 11, that makes it very difficult. 3rd and 7. North Kitsap showing some pretty tough defense right now. Morrow still in there. In the shotgun, or more almost a pistol. Oh, now he's finding his guy. Almost found. Oh! That was really some nice work by Jensen. Good that he's back in there.
Yep. He went up for the ball. He had a better chance to catch that ball than the receiver did.
did a really nice job
Yeah.
of following it as it's going to the ground. That is the one thing we could see very well right here.
And he had a good leap to get that ball. He's going to be fun to watch tonight.
Now there was a penalty, and I believe it was a ineligible receiver downfield. Coaches are waving their arms saying we do not want to accept that penalty. And that is not accepted, so it will be 4th and 7 from the 11.
Let's see if North puts a rush on this time on this punt.
Leaf Klinger back to accept the punt.
Should be great field position by North.
Klinger just on his own 40. And Black Hills with the timeout? Yes. Hey,
I think the play clock was running down. That took a while for it to develop.
Coach,
You don't want to back farther in the end zone.
yeah, Coach Kirk Stevens, he is a first-year coach here at Black Hills, but been here since 1997 with the inception of the school. He's the third coach in 3 years, which doesn't do much for continuity, but you know that he still obviously knows football and knows the program.
Good for him to stick around through all those years and then waited patiently to get the head coaching job.
Yeah, they've had some 4 and 6 seasons recently, but this is the first time since 2005 that they've started out 2-0. They're waving up above. I think they got it under control. No real rush again. Oh, that's going to take a Black Hills bounce and actually go into North Kitsap territory.
They got a good bounce. He actually kicked it to the sideline, so there'll be no return.
Well, and that did not make it as far as I thought. It is on the Black Hills 49. So North Kitsap with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. One more opportunity with really good field positioning.
I'm sure North is going to run up the middle, but I'm going to be more surprised if they don't start throwing the ball a little more because we have no score yet.
You're ready, aren't you? You're just waiting for it. And I believe their quarterback's coach is an old quarterback from North Kitsap. There's a nice throw.
Yeah.
That's Jensen with it, bringing him down, number 12, Thad Mashak. Ooh, here comes a flag. We'll see what the flag is.
The receiver went right into an open area. There was about three players around him within 3 yards. It was a great pass right in the middle, kind of open in the flat area.
And again, another personal foul against Black Hills.
Coaches don't like to see that, personal fouls.
Oh, never. Absolutely not.
Once he's down, get up, get away. There's going to be some talking down there, but you got to get away.
So that's going to put him up 15 more yards at the point of the foul. It is now, they're now on the 29. Actually, it looks more like they're trying to set the chains over there on the sideline.
The chain gang had them down 5 yards farther than where it was supposed to be.
Because the chain gang was right. It is at the 26.
You mean the referees were wrong?
No, we were just had it wrong on the scoreboard for a minute. Number 8 in motion for North Kitsap. Handoff to... Wow.
Wow.
He got more yards than anybody should have.
He had 5-6 tacklers on him. He was moving like Marshawn Lynch. He just would not go down.
Although Jensen comes in at 5'9", 163. He's a senior for this team, and we have been calling that name from this press booth for many years. Quite the athlete.
Once again, great pursuit by Black Hills. Their defense just flowed right to the runner.
Going to be 2nd and 6 from the 26-yard line. Not sure if they've actually gotten their play in yet. Number 19 figuring out where he needs to be. That's Zach Clark. Uh-oh.
Oh, this play just never developed. It was just from the start.
Yeah, you could tell there was confusion. That's going to put him back 5 yards.
Could be a miscommunication from the sideline. One player got one play and the other player got another play.
So, Dave, we may not be able to see numbers, but we did just see a blue heron go across the sky. That was pretty cool.
Right in front of the stadium.
Exactly. That is what is the Kitsap Peninsula, a beautiful area. A couple guys in motion. They set again. See if they can... Oh,
double reverse. And Black Hills had it. The pursuit on that play was great.
Number 21, Jordan March, in on that tackle. Yeah, that was a fairly good call, and it looked like it was going to get something, and suddenly the speed of Black Hills showed up.
I'm impressed with their speed on defense, Black Hills. They really get to the ball fast.
2:47 here in the first quarter. Easy to give you those scores. It's still the zeros that we put up on the scoreboard to start. It's going to make it easier for Spencer if he doesn't have to change it that often.
Oh, there's that screen pass.
Nice plan. Staying on his feet, Jensen, but really he didn't get more than a couple yards again. That's going to bring up fourth down. About fourth and...
Michael Kramer was in on that play really, really fast. He was already in the backfield. He saw the screen pass. Great play by the Black Hills player.
Well, and they did want that a little bit. They wanted to bring him in, suck him in, and then do the screen. So number 5, Andrew Hecker, going to try for a field goal. It's placed on the 30. That's 10 more yards. That would be a 40-yard field goal. He's got the distance, it looks like. Is it through? Look, those hands go up, and we have a score.
Nice kick, the speed of the kick. Very powerful leg by Hecker, and that made it by 5 yards over the goalpost.
Not a lot of height on it, but who needs height when no one's in the way? So with 1:41 left here in the first quarter, North Kitsap finally draws blood. It may not be as much as they wanted, but they lead 3-0. So now North will go out. We get to see Hecker's leg once again on the kick.
I'm more curious about how far he can kick the ball. A lot of these high school kickers now are getting the ball in the end zone, and that's great when you can do that.
It's also now an automatic touchback. You cannot run it out. So these guys, well, and what we've seen in the past up here at North Kitsap is that several times their kickers have been soccer players as well. Some very talented soccer players who have gone on and done well at college as well.
You don't see the straight-on kickers anymore anywhere. It's always at an angle, right-hand side, left-hand side.
Black Hills a little slow getting their team out there. North Kitsap, chance for their band to play. Hecker with the kick. Back for Black Hills.
Nice kick, very high kick. We're going to get some.
But did he outkick his coverage? Oh no, oh there's
flag.
Already a flag.
Yeah, I saw the old block behind the back.
Brings it out to about the 25, but we're going to see the penalty and find out what that is, and I think you're right, Dave.
Actually, it was a hold. Got him. Nice kick from Hecker. It went all the way down to about the 3-yard line. It was a high kick.
It was a good job by the Black Hills guy just catching it to begin with and getting some yardage out of it. So they are now on their own 9-yard line, have not had good field position yet tonight. 1st and 10. Their first series was probably the only one where they were out of the red zone, their own red zone. Runner up the middle, not getting many yards.
The hole closed down really, really quick.
About 1:20 left here in the first quarter.
is out to about the 12-yard line. Second down and 7.
So that's going to make it a 2nd and 8.
More surprising tonight that we thought we'd see more offense on these two teams, but it's not happening yet.
Well, I do believe that North is known for their defense, and that's made a difference. Now, there was a pass just a little bit too high for...
Incomplete. Intended for number 88.
That was number 88 that he's throwing at, Tyler Gatterman.
Yeah, he threw in the triple coverage. There were 3 guys around him. But he actually got the ball to his hand. He had to jump in the air. Nice pass, but couldn't quite hold on. He got smacked, though.
Well, I like watching this North Kitsap secondary. They really are looking for the ball. They are aware where it's gone. They haven't made an interception yet, but I imagine that's in their future. 52 seconds remaining, 3rd and 7. Going to try the around the end again. Fair amount of yards. I don't think he made the first down. He's probably a yard short from where he went out.
Nice quick feet by the runner. He was racing to the sideline just to get the first down, and he got
the
first down.
Oh, they said he did?
Yeah.
Yep.
Out to the 19-yard line, 1st and 10.
Out to the 19 now, and it's 1st and 10 for Black Hills. One of the first... That may be the first down.
Yep, that's our first down.
Say that 4 times fast.
Yep.
One in motion. Quarterback hands off to first man through.
North is trying on that play. North is trying grabbing the ball first. Remember, get the tackler, get him down first before you grabbing the ball, because he gained about 3 more yards on that play.
Tom Christian, one of them, finally getting him down. 2nd and 7. Coming to the end of this first quarter, about 20 seconds remaining. Oh, tried to hit his man on the run, and that could have been deadly had he caught that.
Chris Andrews with the tip. That was in his hands, and then Andrews just tipped the ball above the receiver. Great play by Andrews.
And that was Jacob Newton. Timeout Black Hills. They must like the wind conditions, which if you look at the flag, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of difference, but they want to extend this first quarter for some reason.
That's a very surprising timeout with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. I mean, it was right after the play was over, there was a timeout.
So now we have 3rd and 7 on the 22. Need to get up to the 29-yard line for a first down. Maybe the coach just saw something, because that play had potential. There's no doubt about that, had the pass been right on. North Kitsap band doing a nice job. Cheerleaders having what a great night. I mean, no parkas, no raincoats.
That'll be coming next week.
No, don't tell us that. We love this gorgeous weather. Oh, almost. 52 trying to get in on him. Gets it. Oh, and that's going to be a flag. Number 21 brings him down. I don't know if they actually said he caught that.
He caught the ball, but I think there might be a defensive hold.
Kroll with the bringing him down. I think it was.
I thought he dropped the ball, but they say it's a complete pass. But Black Hills is going back the other way. So
it might be offensive interference.
Yep, that's what I'm seeing. I'll tell you what, the rollout by the quarterback, that ball went about 30 yards in the air with a zip.
The only thing I wondered was whether he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it, but that would not put a flag up here. So they are having a conversation intelligently. None of the football players from either team anywhere around.
I'm watching Coach Weibel just staring at the 3 officials who, it's the look. Arms folded, ineligible man downfield.
And that comes from the rollout. They thought he was probably going to run at some point.
Yep.
So there we are talking to 24. That's Tom Christian. He's a junior.
I think what's happening here is, do they take the penalty because they're going to get the yardage? Is it worth it to take the penalty and move back a little bit? Because I think it was...
I think the first question is, did they call that a catch? And I don't think they did. Because if they did, you certainly would take the penalty. They are having quite the conversation. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. They're going to get milked this first quarter since you and I got started a little bit late. They're going to make sure we get our full time on this, I think.
Well,
coach is saying take it. Move them back, move them back, move them back. That is a loss of down, so of course you take the penalty.
Yes, and when the hands go behind the head of the official, that means there's a loss of down.
Now the wordage that they were using from the PA is illegal touch on that. And what exact that might mean, it was an illegal receiver. All I know is that it looks like it's 4th and 12 on the 18, 6 seconds remaining.
On that play, on the previous play, I watched the quarterback from Black Hills all night. He's just been looking at one receiver. He snaps the ball, gets the ball, and he looks at one receiver. He doesn't do his reads.
I had been seeing that too. That was kind of that guiding as well.
And that time I looked at his face, and he was looking at 2 or 3 different reads, and he finally threw that ball in areas. A nice pass. So maybe that's going to help him in the second quarter, I think, if he does that.
You could see the progression. There was no doubt about it. Now, if only I could tell you who the kicker is, we'd all be happy.
Tough to see the number. He's in the end zone, and we're about the 50-yard line, so we cannot see numbers.
Pretty high snap. Oh, he's going to go ahead and run for it. That's a brave move. Maybe we'll get to see his number that way. It's number 24, Josh Boyd, and that's going to end the third quarter. Well, Dave, this has been a pretty exciting first quarter. Not a lot of scoring, but at the end of one quarter, the score is 3-0, North Kitsap in the lead. And we are back. Here it is, the second quarter. North Kitsap leading 3-0 over the Black Hills Wolves on this beautiful September 19th evening. I am Kitty Campagna on this mic. I have Spencer Anderson running the feed. He's doing the camera, he's doing the internet. He is our multi-purpose man. And the other voice, the sterling voice of Dave Ziesmer.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here. I love Friday
Here's
night
Mr.
football.
North. He's got some distance. He's going. Kyle North, big man, 6'2", 187 pounds. And those Black Hills defenders especially, none of those guys are that size.
Well, what happened on that play is he actually got the handoff in the middle, and all of a sudden he cut left, and it faked everybody out. And he went wide left, and nice play.
It's going to be 1st and 10, ball on their own 5-yard line. One more opportunity for North to take it to pay dirt. Kyle North with it. He is bullying his way, but they are not about to be bullied this time.
With Black Hill speed on that play right there, I mean, there's less room for North to run because it's 1st and goal, so they actually just get up right on the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be tough for North to get in the end zone, I think, unless they get a good pass.
have them on the 3 now, 2nd and 3rd. Also known as goal to go. Yeah, it does get a little bit tougher to run an offense. The closer you get to that end zone, you just don't have the area. 2 men in motion. Ball under center. We're looking at a possible pass. Who's he gonna find? He found somebody, and it's a touchdown. That is number 8, Cole Milliard of Junior. And with 10:40 left here in the 2nd quarter, North Kitsap scores again.
Nice little route by the receiver. He just turned around in a little open area. He actually threw almost in double coverage in there, and he just threw it right on a dime right to the receiver. Great throw.
That's what I call confidence in your passing game.
Oh, that's a huge pass.
Albie as the holder. That is number 1, Ryan Hecker. Pick a Hecker, any Hecker.
No.
And with the extra point, Ryan just a freshman. That will make it 10-0 in favor of the Vikings. Home team liking what they're seeing so far.
I like that play call on that touchdown pass. It was really, really tight on the line of scrimmage, so that just opens it up a little bit. So next time that happens, could go either way.
Well, you had just pointed out how they were just all on top of the line waiting for the run, and they weren't going to let many yards happen that way. So, as you say, a great play call by Coach Weibel. He's got a billion, maybe 1,000,000,001 assistants. He's got Cedric Andrews, Peter Blue, Rob Castro, Isaiah Connor, Steve Cry, Scott Kroll, Brandon Gherkin, Rich Hecker. We've heard Hecker everywhere. Eric Hayden, Paul Ingram, Scott Knutson, Doug Maka-Evie, Jerry Parrish, Jared Prince, Chris Richardson, Dave Snyder, Verge Taylor, and the entire town of Paulsbo, Washington.
A lot of coaches from way back when still coaching.
This time the other Hecker into the end zone. That is the automatic touchback.
That ball went 5 yards deep in the end zone. Nice kick. What surprised me on that one was the Backhoes player, wish I can give you his name, was still up on the 5, between the 5 and 10 yard line waiting. And when you got to run back to get a ball like that, you cannot get a great run on those run backs.
Well, he may have been instructed if it goes over your head. Well, but that's not true on a kickoff. If it landed, it is a live ball. So, but he must have known. He has a good feeling for where the end zone is. Really nice pass. And a takedown by Jensen. I think they're not going to maybe like where his helmet hit him. I don't know.
Man, I'll tell you what. I thought that was a great tackle. I didn't see the head going first. I thought it was a shoulder in his gut. That one's a tough one. But
well, I'm not sure that's the call, but that is my guess.
Yeah. But the referees are right there, and we're up here.
Hit to the head. Yep. A lot of referees in the stands right below us, not liking that call much. This is the farthest that Black Hills has been, the best position they've had all night.
That was a nice timing play to the quarterback, to the receiver. It was on the money. I mean, when he caught the ball, he was in full stride. That's a point of emphasis, by the way, on the referees, the head first. I mean, they've been instructed, if you think it is close, throw the flag.
Error on the side of caution. Morrow hands it off to number 6. He's coming around the right side. Several Vikings bring him down. 6, Mark Melendrez.
Boy, he's quick on the outside, that running back. He gets to the sideline, but man, if he can go just a little wider, because he's going to outrun anybody on this field tonight.
Well, in their first 2 games, they had 4 touchdowns by air, both games. And so far, not a lot of offense from Black Hills. They have a 0 on the scoreboard. It's 2nd and 9. They are on their own 49. And that one went between 2 or 3 Vikings, and we're seeing a flag.
Yeah, 2 flags. So they must have saw the same thing. But Dave Snyder, the defensive coordinator down there, is seeing a tip. The ball was tipped first. That's what he wants.
Then it would not be the pass interference, but he is not getting the tip.
Dave Snyder, also the JV girls basketball coach.
And the track coach.
Outstanding track coach.
Yes, they have had incredible seasons.
Oh, if you knew what he does for the girls track program.
Here's the other thing he does. He also ran a conditioning program for the volleyball girls this year, and they have started out on fire. Morrow back with the ball. He's not seeing anybody. Eludes the first defender and is knocked out of bounds.
Very smart play by the quarterback. He knew nothing was there. He didn't force a pass, so he gained about 4 yards on that play.
Best field position for the Wolves all evening. Only down 10-0 with 9:33 here left in this first half.
Now they're starting to mix up their plays. Pass, run. This might open it up for them just a bit.
Well, you already see a little bit more confidence out of him. Leads his receiver into his hands. Number 6, not able to catch that one. That was Mark Melendrez, one of his major receivers.
I'm surprised there was no flag on that play. It almost looked like a pick play where it's a screen for the receiver to gain around, and there was no contact, but
there was no catch, so maybe, I don't know. But that is illegal in football. You can get away with that in basketball if you're set, but Morrow across the middle. His receivers are not doing him any favors right now. He's hit them in their hands. Those are dangerous passes in that there are a lot of Vikings around, but if they're caught, they should go for a fair amount of yardage.
But one thing I'm noticing tonight is he's forcing the ball. He's trying to force the ball in the middle when there's a lot of defenders around. I mean, that ball's going to get tipped. There could be an interception tonight because they're around the play.
4th and 8 on the 34. Doesn't look like they have a hecker on their side. They might be able to borrow one from North Kitsap. They're going to go for it. Big play for the defense. Oh, and I think they have used up their time clock. Delay of game. That's going to put them back 5 more yards. Maybe they were hoping for that to set up a little bit better punt.
Coach Stevens must have a lot of confidence. If North Kitsap stops him, he probably trusts his defense to stop North if they get the ball on the 39-yard line, if they don't make it.
His defense a couple times bent but did not break. They did break twice, one for a field goal and one for a touchdown. So that's asking a lot of your guys. 4th and 13. And there is the blitz.
Screen pass.
Not going to get it.
Yeah.
You can afford to let them have those 10 yards because it's not going to be a first down. Nice job by the North Kitsap defense.
I'd like to see tonight where they throw the ball on little short passes to Faru, and he's just that little quick back, and get him in the open field, and I think he can gain a little more yardage.
And do that on a first or a second down play as opposed to, not a bad idea. Albee hands it off. Good run. That is Jensen. Jensen's everywhere. Here, let me be a running back. Let me be a receiver. Let me play secondary. I've got it all.
You can actually see that play develop from up here, and you can see the giant hole that he ran through. He got some good yardage on it. It was, I think, 10 yards.
Alex Albee, the senior, 5'10", 166 pounds, running this offense quite nicely. You can see the confidence out there. Double handoff, nice block right there. That is 21, Sean Kroll.
That's 2 plays in a row by the North Kitsap offensive line to actually execute what they're supposed to do. Perfect play call.
Well, out there you got number 64, Bryant Rosenquist, Nick Coletto, These are some big guys who are on that line who are, especially on the right side, they've been making some holes.
Whoop.
1st and 10 on the 43, more like 1st and 15 on the, going backwards on the 48.
I think the snap was just a hair early.
Already you can tell that this is not a first or second week, a lot fewer penalties, although
Yes.
Black Hills has caused some problems for themselves with some big personal fouls. They are in the backfield again. I'm not sure who has that. Oh, it ended up with Jensen. Loss of a couple yards on that easily.
It was Kyler Naran for the, was it a sack? I think it was a sack. Yeah, good arm tackle.
Hecker is practicing over here on the side as if he's going to kick the 72-yard field goal. You never know. Under center, Albee has it. Hands it off. Oh, boy. In quickly, number 28, T.J. Borden. Of the numbers we've been able to see, I have seen his many times in on the tackle.
He almost lost that ball.
I saw that.
He held it on his leg when he went down, so that was close.
Borden's a junior at 225. He's got some good speed getting into the backfield for that. 3rd and 21, Vikings going the wrong direction right now. They're on their own 46.
Watch for a deep pass.
Finds his man, number 8 out there. Cole Milliard.
We have another flag right at the end of the play. I
think the helmet went to the helmet again.
The play call kind of surprised me. 10-yard pass play.
Hoping for those yards after the catch. Hit to the helmet again. Ouch. And again, it's hard to say that's incidental, but it looked as if it were kind of part of the play, not a targeting sort of moment. Now that's it is also a first down. Vikings once again having things go their way with the penalty.
Those calls are always going to happen towards the end of the play when it's wide open, when you see a player dive in the middle.
Ball's on about the 28, 1st and 10. 6:53 remaining here in the first half. North Kitsap with a 10-0 lead. Maybe a yard gain by Kyle North on that one. I like that they send in plays from the sidelines. There's so many of them where they make that quarterback come to the side, and I just have no idea how you get it in continuity doing that.
That causes a lot of delay of games.
It does. Plus, don't you think the quarterback's exhausted by the end of that? Because typically he's also playing defense the way that they do things here. Albee goes back, finds his running back. That's Jensen. Can't quite hold the block out there, but Jensen still gets maybe a positive yard out of that.
He was caught in the backfield, and then he got out of the arm tackle, and he gained another 3 yards.
3rd and 9 on the 27. We know that we are in field goal range, because but depending upon wind, I see no movement on any of the flags down there. I do see a band starting to surround the field, and they'll be doing a halftime production for us.
Black Hills is line up. They know it's going to be a pass. They got a lot of people in the backfield. Yep, sure enough.
Poor Albee, he is all by himself. We'll see if Albee does a nice job of actually getting rid of that and somewhere near a receiver. Black Hills coach is to our left. We're asking for the flag, but not getting any.
I think it was number 72. I can barely see the number. He was in the backfield grabbing the quarterback. Nice pursuit of him.
Hecker back on. This one is going to be at the 34-yard line.
44-yard field goal.
Yes. Last time it was a 40-yard field goal, and we said he had 5 extra yards, so we'll see. Nice job by Albee getting it down. He's got distance. He's got it! That is a 44-yard field goal. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. 5:17 remaining in the second quarter. Another field goal. 13-0.
Looks like they've done that all year. They just, the snap, the hold, the kick, it was all perfect timing. The ball went straight through the middle. Once again, it went over probably 3 to 4 yards over the goalpost.
And it is huge when you, the person who is the holder, you've got to catch it, you've got to put it exactly the way he likes it, and away you go.
That's not as easy as it looks. The timing's got to be perfect on that play.
No. Kicking period is not as easy as Andrew Hecker makes it look. What a night for the senior. And again, he's going to go out there and do the kickoff.
Well, the Black Hills player now is lining up on the goal line. So
he's already seen Hecker take it into the end zone, knowing he has quite the leg on him. I've been watching him kick it into the little net over here, and you can't tell distance when they're doing that. Oh, they're going to do the onside. And North Kitsap has recovered.
The onside kick, and that ball was perfectly
However, there's a flag. When he first touched it, I think it was at the 49, and it had not gone the 10.
Or an illegal touch. That's what happens. It's got to go 10 yards first before it touches anybody.
And it will become Black Hills ball at that 49 if that's the case. I almost called it the 51. We're going to make it a whole new set of numbers.
Yep.
Illegal touch.
Illegal touch.
I saw that. If he had let it bounce on its own, he might have been okay, but you can't, you know, it's really hard to know whether you're there yet. You almost need to have one of your guys standing at that 10-yard mark like in a red shirt or something so you know whether it's gone that far.
And you probably don't work on these plays very much in practice. So all of a sudden, coach calls this onside kick. So everybody's got to do it right. So the repetitions on this play they probably don't practice it very much at all. Nice execution, though.
It was. 5:15 remaining on the 49-yard line already. Black Hills with an opportunity to get themselves right back in this game. Only trailing 13-0. And here comes a flag.
Quarterback threw to an area. There was no receiver within 10 yards of that play. So either somebody ran a wrong route or he threw the ball.
Or there may have been a hold, which would explain it. Jensen really the closest man out there. I think we're going to see a hold on North Kitsap. Five.
Pass interference. I saw the, yep, that's a pass interference.
15-yard penalty.
Probably the reason why there was no receiver in the area.
You think so? If you take out the receiver. 5:11 remaining here in the first half.
This game is still close.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice draw play.
But that was
the pursuit by North was
picked
excellent.
up.
Yeah.
Number 57 in on the tackle. Corey Jackson.
Jackson makes the tackle. Second and 9 after a 1-yard gain.
4:52 remaining. It is 2nd and 9. Morrow in the shotgun. It's not an empty backfield. He's got some help back there. His blocker, but the blocker didn't do his job. Oh no.
We're going to have a...
Yeah, there's that flag. he'll say he was outside of the tackle box, which he was, but there were no receivers, so I don't know. He didn't get it past the line of scrimmage might be the problem on that particular one. Coming off for North Kitsap,
Yeah,
Corey
they're
Jackson.
picking up the flag because he was outside the
tackle
area.
box,
Yep.
okay. Interesting.
That's a good call. Good no call.
You may be the only one in the stadium who believes that if you're listening other than the people on the other side. 3rd and 9 on the 33.
That running back has to make that block.
The running back didn't look like he even saw that was going to happen. That's almost a lateral. Number 5 not able to bring that in. Connor Furu. That's going to be 4th and 9 on the 33. Still 4.5 minutes here in this first half. A lot of clock stoppage when you have so many incompletions.
His passes most of the night has been a little high. He's got to get them a little lower to be catchable.
Got some men out there. Oh, 68 and a fumble. Give credit to Chris Robinson for bringing him down and causing that fumble. Ball turnover to North Kitsap on downs.
Nice defense by North tonight.
They have played very, very tough. And we are so excited that we're able to share this with the community and with the people out there on the internet. Thanks to the kitsapsun.com/GOTW. We are the game of the week. What else on a Friday night? 21 comes out of the pack. That's Sean Kroll.
That was a double reverse, but when he got the ball on the second handoff, he actually stopped and cut up the middle. Kind of a makeshift play, kind of.
That has not, it's no longer a trick play. They've run that play about 5 times tonight, some version thereof.
Normally on a double reverse, you run wide, and that was...
Yeah, you don't come back up the middle like that. Good cut by Kroll, or a well-designed play. Here goes Jensen. No, they fooled me. I'll be trying to find his receiver, number 24, but just a little bit behind Tom Christian.
I think Tom Christian turned around just a hair late to get the ball because once he turned around, the ball was in his hands and he didn't have a chance to make the catch.
Those timing patterns are so tough. Those are repetitions and practice that make those happen. North Kitsap with a 13-0 lead. About 4 minutes left here in the first half. Oh, already flags. False start on North Kitsap. That's going to move them back 5, so it'll be 2nd and 15 on about the 41.
This second quarter has turned in more of a sloppy game. Yeah, a lot of flags in the second quarter.
You know, the fun part is they've been a lot around the 50-yard line on both sides, so we've been able to slightly see. We're going to have some conversations with some ADs about their choices of football uniforms and numbers. So. Fakes a handoff to North, gets it ahead, but that's going to pick up the 5, basically. I've been saying his name backwards. It's Christian Tom, not Tom Christian. I apologize very much.
Once again on that play, the pursuit of Black Hills defense, they were on him within a half a second. He had no chance to even run after catch.
3rd and 9, and North Kitsap's going to use one of their timeouts, I think. That's the second timeout by North Kitsap. They have 1 remaining. Big thank you to Spencer Anderson running camera tonight, figuring out that the sound wasn't quite working earlier, and we did some quick cabling that to make that work, which is always you know, it's best to run in just a little bit of a distress mode. But he does a wonderful job for us on camera, making sure that we get this fed out on the internet. Thank you, Dave Ziesmer on the other mic. I'm Kitty Campagna here for West Sound TV. We are a group of volunteers. Yes, volunteers. My husband has for years supported my volunteer addiction and continues to do so, who come out and do this. We do things like parades. We do a lot of art shows. We do the chordsmen, history programs that we've been doing, all kinds of different things. We do it for the community. And beyond what you're seeing right here, we also put it on cable access for the people in the area, and that too you can pick up on their website. So we are just everywhere. 3rd and 9, 3:19 remaining. See what they've called after that timeout. That wasn't what they called, I'm sure of that.
That was almost a backward pass. I'm almost surprised. That could have been a fumble, but the referees called an incomplete pass.
That was to Chris Andrews, and I agree with you. It looked like it might have gone backwards. Those are really tough to call. You got to have people just in the right position for that.
We're in the right position.
Yeah, we are.
Right in front of us.
You'd think the side judge as well. 4th and 9 on the 47. In punting position, we've not seen this tonight from North Kitsap. That's number 1, the other Hecker, getting a really nice bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, and finally, Black Hills guy gets it.
That was a block from behind. I just can't believe that Black Hills player did that.
And it's been called. There is a flag down there. One of those things where as coach you're going to have a conversation. I think he's actually the man who finally landed on the ball too, which again may not have been a real good decision because they are way back in their own territory. About as close to the goal line as you can get, so this is be a short penalty. It's only going to be like half the distance to the goal.
He did that right in front of the referee.
I know, he couldn't have picked a worse spot to try that.
Those are easy calls to make.
So if they had a .5, we'd be at the 1.5 yard line. 1st and 10, 3 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Not much room in the backfield. They got to get it out in front.
This is the good opportunity for a nice run, actually. As you said, Dave, if he made it to the outside, which he did that time.
It was, I believe that was Mark Melendez on the running back on us to the outside. He got around the corner really quick.
Oh, there again, we see a flag, and this time it's going to be a personal foul on North Kitsap.
From what I see, the flag is, I think he was already out of bounds, and he got pushed from behind.
They frown on that, very much so. North Kitsap's with not a huge lead, 13-0. One big play away from this being a game.
I still think in the end, in the 4th quarter, I think this is where it's going to be decided.
That one a little bit behind his receiver. Looked like he had an opportunity for that.
That has to be caught. His timing on his jump, he jumped too soon, and he was coming down when the ball was still ahead of him, so the timing of the jump.
Stops the clock. You got 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looked like an opening over here, but instead he's going to take it himself. Morrow going to the side and gets a first down.
Nice, a great decision. Nothing was open, so he just took the ball and ran. Probably, well, he got to first down.
Well, Dave, I saw something open like 40, 50 yards down the field. What if only he has proven he can throw it a good distance, but again, really a smart move on his part.
He's got a strong arm for that little short pass, but when he's got to throw long, that ball stay up in the air too long.
Morrow listed at 5'11", 185. Gets the ball. He's had some good hikes, I'll tell you that. He hasn't had to struggle with that all night. Look like they say both that the feet are in. Another first down.
I'm watching him start to throw the ball a little more. He's making some great decisions with his feet. Just because of how he's turning and throwing, it's not there, so he's turning and running and then throwing. That's pretty athletic.
Yeah, he's not overly tall, so just being able to see his people is tough. That particular pass for Christian Williams. Oh, and there is a penalty marker once again. Face mask, and it is going to be another personal foul. I believe they've gotten 10, maybe 25 yards on this from themselves and the rest on penalties.
Yep.
And that'll put them into Viking territory. Plenty of time, 2:26 remaining.
I'm watching Black Hills quarterback out there doing some more running, and that changes the whole perspective of the game. Now he's starting to turn and run. There's a little more options of what he can do now.
Just slung that one.
Yeah.
Gunslinger going a little too high.
As a quarterback, you got to go through your reads. You just cannot look at one receiver because the other side of the field is open too. You cannot just look at that one receiver.
Well, you have to give some credit, though, because the North Kitsap guys are getting in there. That's the time he has, and he's using the time frame. Lots of time. Looking at a lot of different people.
Intercepted by North.
And it is. Uh-oh, they're trying to kill whoever just had the interception. That is number 55. I kept looking at it, not believing that. That's Bob Evans. I kept saying, no way, but he's one of those linebackers who is able to cover downfield. Wonderful job to be all the way down there.
That ball was just in the air, just a little too long on that to recover for that ball. Nice interception, though. He caught right on the sideline. He kept his feet in.
It's as if he's a receiver.
Yep.
2:11 remaining. Really nice job again by the defense. Despite the fact that they kept having problems with penalties on that, they're able to get the ball back. 1st and 10 on their own 5-yard line. I think Black Hills knew the run up the middle was probably going to be the choice there. Black Hills still has 2 timeouts. We'll see if what they're going to do and if they think they can get the ball back. They only trail 13-0.
If I were Black Hills, I would watch for that one play that they're not ready for. Reverse, long pass, something with a little trickery, because that could surprise everybody.
It could. We'll see if they have the guts to do that right here, so close to their own end zone. Nice run. Looks like he might have a first down off of that. That was Kyle North. On 2nd and 7, they are moving those chains.
Nice forward momentum on that. They stopped him and pushed him back, but
keeps the clock moving. Minute 27 remaining.
Just a reminder, fans, at halftime, the marching band will be performing. Stick around.
I think now North is probably just going to run the ball out till halftime, not take any chances.
I'll be under center. Hands it off to the first man through. Getting a fair number of yards off of these. That's Jensen with the ball.
Nice pursuit by Black Hills defense again. I'm really impressed with how they play defense over the run. They're so quick to the ball.
Gain of 7 though. 2nd and 3 from on the 16. No, they're on their own 23. Oh, trying to strip that one. You could see it from up here.
Mm-hmm.
Strong hands bring it right back into North.
That's probably going to be the last play until the first half here.
17 seconds unless someone decides to call a timeout.
Yep.
Doubt we're going to see another play here in the first half. Mays, they're making some substitutions. So on our game of the week, we have a score of 13-0, North Kitsap in the lead. Dave, what are your thoughts on that first half?
A lot of penalties in the second quarter. That was it kind of stopped the momentum for both teams because we're playing around the 50-yard line, both back and forth. And nobody can just take over the ball game right now. And it's still close. I think that Black Hills will come out in the second half and play a much better ball game because I'm sure the coach is just going to have some words with a couple players.
Well, I'm liking the performance of both defenses so far, and I'm seeing a little bit of confidence growing for both quarterbacks actually. So I think it might open up a little bit here in the second half. But we are West Sound TV. We're bringing you the game of the week, Black Hills up here at North Kitsap, and we will bring you the second half shortly. Welcome back to West Sound Productions Presents High School Football. That we are in conjunction with the Kitsap Sun and doing live streaming tonight at kitsapsun.com/GOTW. I'm Kitty Campagna on this mic. I have Spencer Anderson running camera and computer, and on the other microphone tonight, Mr. Dave Ziesmer. Dave, what about that first half?
Well played in the first quarter, second quarter, a little too many penalties, big penalties, not just the old 5 or 10 yards, but personal fouls, and that's got to be corrected. I'm sure the coaches talked to both teams about that because you can't have those. That's just you're playing on too much emotion. And
after the 2 quarters of football, North Kitsap leads 13-0, and that is not via the missed PAT. There are 2 field goals and a touchdown and a made PAT. So Black Hills 100% in this game. We're just going to have to see who's coming out to play the game the second half. Nice long kick, picked up. No, not picked up. Might want to, oh, it did go into the end zone. It almost stopped right outside of the end zone.
That was a safe play by the Black Hills player there, just to let the ball go in the end zone, because those are hard to handle on those. You just do not know what that football is going to do when it hits the ground. I think Black Hills is 1 or 2 plays away from being back in this ball game, because some of those throws the quarterback made are pretty close. So I think he's going to try to open up the offense a little bit more.
Well, they've scored over 40 points in a couple of their first few games, and no doubt that he has the ability. There he is. He's found his receiver, but that went straight through the hands and off the turf for an incompletion.
Couldn't have thrown a better well-thrown ball on that. You've got to catch that ball. He was wide open.
Nothing serious, Dave. I'm just in search of my long-distance glasses. They're here somewhere. I know they are.
Fumble.
Picked up and touchdown.
Number 52 of
Bob Evans.
Yeah, there he is again.
No, Brian Brady. Sorry, that is Brian Brady Brand. That's who that is. Wow, that changes the complexion of this game pretty quickly. 11:50, all of 10 seconds into the second half. North Kitsap with the score, leading 19-0, looking for a PAT. Maybe they'll even go for 2 and see if they can make it look like 3 touchdowns.
That's a tough play for Black Hills, because you want them to get some momentum to try to get back in the ball game, and one play and it just changes the whole direction for the second half now, because Black Hills now will probably have to throw most of the time, and North will be ready for that.
North is good with the extra point. That makes it 20-0. We barely make it into here in the second half. We want to make sure we do a big thank you to the sponsors from the Kitsap Sun for this live stream. We have Peninsula Subaru. What a great group. They actually take Sundays off for their families. And then we have Amy's on the Bay and Dickie's Barbecue. All this just makes me hungry and want a new car.
In that order?
Yeah, I think hungry first. North setting up to kick off. Andrew Hecker out there. Comes up to the ball. It's a repeat of the first one. Nice job by the up man picking that up. Comes out to over the 30, and Black Hills with some good field position to begin their second chance in the second half.
Black Hills probably will just have to open it up a little bit more instead of run first. And North will be ready for this.
Well, they still got time. They are 3 scores down, but it's pretty much a whole second and a half left for them to make this happen. Going back, finds his receiver in the backfield, number 8, gets a hold of him, but not able to bring him down. Jensen instead with another Viking, finally bringing him down.
Nice tackle by Jensen. He hit him hard and he went down, and he's having trouble getting up. He got, Jordan March is going out of the ball game right now. He caught that pass and he got nailed by the defensive back there.
Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10. Really no gain on that play. Morrow still in the backfield, got a running back with him. Quick pass out to the sideline. Going to be a first down, and here comes the flag. Number 7, Leaf Klinger with the bring down.
That was a really, really questionable call. The side judge threw the flag. Personal foul, though.
One more personal foul.
That's a tough call. I thought he put his shoulder into him before his head went into him. So, but once again, they're the referees and they make the calls.
Well, you've lived through that once in your life, or twice, in that Dave is now you're a basketball referee. Have you done other sports as well?
Volleyball, officiating, yeah, which is in the season right now. Yep.
You're never right then, right?
50% wrong.
That went closer to a Viking than it went to any of the Black Hills Wolves.
Yeah. Christian Thomas down. He's, oh boy, I hope he gets up. He's not in good shape right now.
Helmet has come off. The crew, sports medicine people out there checking up on him. One of the first times we've had anyone down. When we did the Central Kitsap game, it was such a warm day that people were cramping up all night. Obviously have been well hydrated today.
From the angle I saw, he went down on his shoulder a little bit, and I hope it's not a shoulder separation or anything like that, but they're actually can't see right now what they're doing to him.
Have their people out there, everybody just kind of standing back, making sure they are taking care of the player, as we talked about safety being so important out there. Again, our head official is
Dave Paul.
Dave Paul, okay. You can always tell that by the man with the white hat. Both teams coming off to the side, giving them an opportunity to work with the player. That is a tough moment when you're got a man down like that.
You want him to see it get up on his hands and knees there a little bit, just to get up and get some movement. You'd never want to see a nasty injury to any high school player in any sport.
No, and it doesn't matter what uniform they're wearing.
No.
We got a couple halftime scores as long as we're got a little break in the action. At halftime, Kingston was leading Squim 16-14, which I believe is a little bit of a surprise.
That's very surprising.
And Olympic and Bremerton tied up at 13.
Olympic had a big win last week against Central Kitsap. Oh,
7-6.
Yeah.
This is not a good sight.
Oh, boy. You never want to see this. He's going to be helped off the field by his teammates.
See, now this is such a smart move to bring a couple teammates over to help, because those other people either are not tall enough or big enough to help him. No, that's not a good sight. Good round of applause by the fans. We've called Christian's name many times tonight, unfortunately many times backwards, but Christian is a junior, 6'3", 230 pounds. And I think he's one of the captains for this team because he has been consulted many a time on a penalty. Oh, that is a tough injury that bringing him off to the sideline. Guys going back out to the field to play. We have 10:46 remaining. North Kitsap 20-0 lead. But Black Hills on the move. They are on the 40-yard line, 2nd and 10. Morrow finds his receiver and spins it off his hand.
Morrow used his feet more on that play, and he's actually turning, looking at his reads, and just that little pass, little away from the receiver. But he's starting to use his feet more to throw the ball now, and that's what you need.
That one went off the hands of Josh Boyd. 3rd and 10. North Kitsap expecting a pass again. Only rushing 3, but one chasing the. That was an interception waiting to happen, but it's even going off the hands of the defenders. Chased nicely by number 52.
Brand Brady with the rush, and that really caused the quarterback to just have to almost throw the ball away.
And we do him backwards too. It's Brady Brand.
Wow, that's...
When these people have first names that could be last names, how dare they? They should consult with me before they do that. But he already had an interception tonight, and then he was in on the almost sack of the quarterback. 4th and 10, they're going for it. Trailing 20-0. Morrow coming over to the sideline, finds his man, and it looks as if it's going to be a first down for the Black Hills Wolves.
That was a well-designed play on the rollout by the quarterback, turning, running about 10 yards, and as he was running and throwing the ball right on the money to the receiver. Great pass, great reception.
Well, and there were more than one target in the area, so that kind of, I think, confused the North Kitsap guys. 1st and 10 on the 24. That one wasn't confusing. Look at number 7. He's going to come away with that.
Fumble.
Leaf Klinger.
Oh, lost the ball. Guess who recovered? Black Hills on the 27-yard line.
So does that go down as a loss of...
No.
Actually, I think they restart because there was a change of possession, and that's going to be a first down. They have lost a couple yards, but they are still going to get the first down.
Hold on to that ball when you get an interception, because that's going to happen a lot. You're not ready for someone to come from behind and strip the ball.
Klinger with a really nice interception on that, anticipating where the throw was going. Morrow back. Oh, that was all caused by number 52. Brady Brand coming into the backfield again.
Curly Cooper, number 77's limping on the field. I don't know. Probably just going to try to walk it off. Yeah, he's...
2nd down and 10 on the 27. 10 minutes and 11 seconds still remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Morrow thought he was going to run, gets it off to his running back. He is slowed but not stopped. Picks up about 6 yards.
The run of Josh Boyd just ran into the defender and just knocked him back with his shoulder. That was a great run. Very powerful runner on that play.
Cuts their distance in half for the first down, about 3rd and 6.
Now Black Hills is starting to open up a little bit, and they're moving the ball.
Well, just a completion certainly has helped him. I think that one may have been tipped at the line.
Kind of a comeback pattern from the receiver, and he was coming back to the ball, and it was short, so it probably was tipped because it was way, way off.
Morrow getting to personally know Brady Brand. He is a senior, 6 foot, 210 pounds. He has been in the backfield more than his running backs recently. 4th and 6. And again, Black Hills going for it. Oh, they predicted the screen. What a great play, but it's going to be
Oh, that's going to be really, really close. I think he got it.
I think he might have as well. Well-designed play to make that happen. Oh, it is short. I figured it had to be the way they were bringing in massive changes there. So
I thought that play had a chance because he was wide open in the middle and he ran and he did a nice spin move, and I think that spin move is what caused him to slow down, and that's where the pursuit came from north, from the backfield.
Well, you would think that the 3 defenders who had just this clear path to the quarterback should have figured out something was up.
Those little screen passes are deadly when they're effective.
Running back through probably a good 5-6 yards on that, on a 1st and 10 on their own 18.
Nice little run up the middle, gain about 6 yards.
Out to the 25. Good opportunity for North just to run some time off that clock again. The fumble on the interception doesn't end up hurting them. Boy, that defense has played well. They just continued to stop the Black Hills attack. I'm not sure who had that ball, but the other team brought everybody down.
I'm impressed tonight with both defenses. They've played excellent football. Pursuit to the ball and quickness. Boy, very athletic teams on defense.
It's been very impressive. Score only 20-0. North Kitsap with the lead. 8:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter only. One man out to the side, 2 in motion. They get set. Albee hands that off, and it's probably not enough for a first down. Makes it up to about the 27. Needing 2 more yards. Going to be 4th down.
Great pursuit by the linebackers on the left-hand side of the line by Black Hills. They knew exactly what was coming, and they stopped them cold. Nice defense by Black Hills again.
Not a lot of time gone off. You know, we've only used up about 5 minutes in this quarter, so there's still plenty of time for the Wolves to come back. North Kitsap fairly dominant in this game, but the score doesn't really show it. That is Ryan Hecker with that kick, picked up here by a Wolf.
That's Gabe Adamson taking the Ryan Hecker punt. First out of bounds by Chris Andrews.
That kick, a short kick, wasn't very high in the air. It probably went on about 6 feet off the ground, and the yardage that the Black Hills punt returner gain was about 5 or 6 yards. It just should have had time to develop it. Didn't work that time.
Gabe Adamson with the run back, number 23. It is 1st and 10 on the 47. That went through 3 Viking sets of hands. That would be 6 hands, and eventually hit the ground. Nice coverage by the Vikings.
Morrow's got to just do his reads on this. You just cannot put your eyes on one receiver. You got to turn and look. That's really, really important as a quarterback.
Remember, just a junior, Morrow. Came in. Oh, again, that one almost intercepted by Bob Evans. Morrow came in at replacement for Jaden Troy, who's a senior who was hurt and had a great couple of first 2 games, but I'm not sure he's seen this kind of defense before.
Yeah. That was an interception by Evans right in his hand. That's frustrating.
Morrow in the shotgun. Oh, that is knocked down by number 69. And that one's Tolliver Thorne, or sorry, Quentin Nota.
Nice blitz from the linebacker there. He just was in there. It wasn't even touched on the block.
Well, and again, they were trying to set up that screen, but this time I really like the. You saw at least the distance of a Paulsville phone book underneath those guys when they jumped up. But
yes.
It's a shorter quarterback. You still got to be able to see it. Kicker counting all of his men, making sure there's enough. The hand up, meaning there's 5 seconds left on the time clock. He's going to get a delay of game unless they got a timeout.
Yeah.
And they did take a timeout.
Josh Boyd, the punter, was looking at the referee or the coach because he couldn't, I don't know if he was counting the players. There was some confusion by him or the coach. So somewhere along the special teams, there was a problem.
Well, and they certainly didn't want to go back 5 more yards. They are trailing 20-0 with 6:57 remaining here in the third quarter. And North Kitsap going to get the ball back. Tough go for the Black Hills Wolves. I'm going for the South Kitsap Wolves suddenly.
The Black Hills tonight in the second half, I believe they haven't had a running play. It's all pass right now.
Something to do with being behind by 20. That doesn't help, definitely.
Leaf Klinger back to receive the punt.
Low snap. This is the best punt of the evening for this young man. And smart move by Klinger with the fair catch. Came up to about the 27-yard line where North Kitsap is going to take over.
A little short punt, high punt like that, running under the ball. That's a lot of confidence on Klinger to catch that ball because he had a defender right near him. This is a great athletic move by Klinger.
This has got to be North Kitsap's 4th possession at least already here in the second half. Trying to run out time, but I'm sure that at the same time with just a 20-0 lead that they would like to add to that lead.
It seemed like this third quarter we're playing between the 20 and the 20s, the 20-yard line and the 20-yard line on the other side. We're just not moving the ball right now. Great defense by both teams.
We missed the 50s, don't we? That was kind of fun. I do like the speed with which they've been getting plays in, making things happen. There are huddles, but not quite a no-huddle offense, but it certainly is moving. Michael Kramer bringing down Sean Kroll behind the line of scrimmage.
Great pursuit by Kramer in the backfield. He was in the backfield. He almost knew what that play was going to be. Nice tackle by Kramer.
I couldn't tell if they tried 2 handoffs or not on that one, but they certainly didn't have time for it, did they?
They ran right into Kramer in the backfield.
A lot of Black Hills guys in there. Almost received, almost intercepted. That was Kroll who was trying to catch that. After their nice play in the secondary, the guys coming in on the passer, there's going to be a roughing the passer penalty. Just not a smart move at all. You talked about the emotion that these guys are playing with, and that's one of the things you love about high school football is the emotion. But, you know, they do have to learn some control as well.
That was almost a nice catch by Kroll. That pass was really, really behind him, and he put in his hand a very athletic play just to grab that ball.
Then it almost was caught by a wolf. That's going to make it first down on the 42, 10 yards to go. I don't know how many penalties there have been tonight, but there's been a lot of that 15-yard variety.
That's too many, even in 2 quarters now that we've seen those penalties, second, third quarter.
Looks like Kyle North is starting to make a little pathway through the Wolves now. Picks up 4, only 6 to go on that second down.
Kyle just followed the blocks right there on the left-hand side. That the hole opened really quick. And that's what you're supposed to do as a running back. Find that hole where you're supposed to go.
Well, you know, you talked about them having the passing, but they certainly, he's their running game with 245 yards in 2 games. That's good job by Kroll getting anything out of that. He was caught 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but manages to get right back up to that beginning spot. If we had the blue line, he'd be there.
Boy, that defender, I can't see his number, but he was in the backfield. It was so close. That would have been a great play if he would have got him. That's real frustrating for a lineman to just barely miss him.
Number 4 bringing in the play from the sideline. And he comes out to this wide right side. That might be fun if you run in and get to call your own number. Albee keeps it. Some good blocking. Cole Milliard with the catch, and they're pointing towards the first down, I think.
Nice play fake by Albee.
Oh, I am wrong. They're going to say this is 4th down, or they might just be measuring.
I think he made it. That was a nice play fake, by the way, by Albee. He actually faked the handoff to the runner and hid the ball. Very effective.
Well, that was one where he also had time.
Yep.
Because of that. That play action pass is going to work because they've been running Kyle North up the middle. So it was a good play call, well executed. We're West Sound TV bringing you the game of the week thanks to the Kitsap Sun. Boy, we really appreciate our partnership with them. And it is a first down. But due to the Kitsap Sun, we not only bring you high school football, we bring you basketball, we brought you some volleyball. We're hoping, the beauty of it, especially in our military community, is getting those games out to parents and relatives that are not in the area, or even if you're in the area and you know you have to work tonight, you might be able to look at your phone for a little while because we're now on mobile devices. So an opportunity to see the talent that our high school students have. Big thank you to Peninsula Subaru, Amy's on the Bay, and Dickey's Barbecue, the Kitsap Sun sponsors who help bring that feed to the world. Number 8 in motion. Get it back to North, trying to get a little side-to-side motion, but not much up the field.
Keesley with the tackle on that play, pursuit of the runner there. He grabbed him by the legs. Once again, he grabbed the runner by the legs, and he's going to go down. Arm tackling is not very effective sometimes.
Brought it down to 3 minutes remaining, only 1 score in the half so far. That's a touchdown by North Kitsap when they picked up the fumble, and it is 20-0. Black Hills, who had scores in the 40s in their first 2 games, not seeing anything. Coach Weibel seeing something he's not liking and calls a timeout. There's a lot of motion in that play. He certainly has some interesting changes in his plays.
Coach Weibel kind of looked disturbed on that play. He kind of looking out at the field and going, a little shake of the head.
Well, he's got a lot of seniors out there that he trusts and some great players. One of the reasons North was picked as the team that is expected to win the Olympic League is because of their experience and how well they did last year, where they made it into the second round of the playoffs.
This past 3 years, North has really stepped up their whole football program. And besides that now, Kingston, which is another 2A school, was ahead of Squim in the first half. And that That's an impressive score because that would be a big, big upset for Kingston.
Well, Kingston's had a good program the last couple of years, but this last week didn't show so well, and so I think that 16-14 lead was unexpected. I don't have the means to figure out all the changes in that, but certainly something you can read in the Kitsap Sun tomorrow. So, but really nice job by this North Kitsap team. They just keep moving the ball. They are trying to run down the clock. They have a 20-0 lead, and they look in control, although we do know that we've watched Black Hills. There are some opportunities for some big plays that just haven't quite happened. It's the double handoff again.
Nice call. Oh, another flag.
Sean Kroll with the run. Sean is one of those who had 80 yards up to this point, and one of the TDs for North Kitsap. I think we're going to have a to the head once more. If they see anything that goes anywhere near that helmet, they are calling it. That will move it 15 more yards from the point of the foul.
They got to call those.
They do.
You have to learn from this. Yeah.
We're not doubting that in the least. It's a culture. They have to know that that's not going to be accepted.
Coaches, referees, we all, first part of the year, you have to watch this concussion video. And before you can ref, coach, you have to pass this concussion test because it's really, really important. The state really, really watches this stuff.
Well, even when I coached Pee Wee basketball, that was something that was very much emphasized. And we had one little boy who didn't get to play for a couple games because he had had a concussion. 1st and 10 on the 21, not quite the red zone. He still got it. That double handoff has paid off in that there's a to the end zone to Kroll. That is 6 more for the Vikings. Boy, that was sold, like I said, by the times they have done that double handoff so many times. That's what they thought had happened, and that bought him enough time to the wide open Kroll.
Albee actually waited. He actually turned and ran with the ball, and he just waited for the play to develop, and that receiver was just wide open in the end zone. A very smart play by Albee. That is probably the most impressive thing about that play. Nice touch on that pass.
Yeah, he had to throw that a fair amount of distance because that went across the field as well. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just straight down and in the direction he was running. 26-0 right now. Looks like an attempt for a 2-pointer. He keeps the ball. He's looking for something, and it's not going to be enough for that touch or for the 2 points. So they will maintain a 26-0 lead. Only about 2 minutes left here in the third quarter.
We'll see Black Hills now in the towards the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, just start throwing the ball just to get some momentum.
Well, North Kitsap having done a good job against the throw so far. I don't think Morrow has had his rhythm yet tonight. It's obvious that he's got the ability. He's had some really big games to begin with, but that's because, as we were pointing out, number 52, Brady Brand in the backfield quite often, and then just a very dedicated secondary by this North Kitsap group. Hear a little bit of that North band. They're having a lot to celebrate tonight. This number 7 ranking is making some sense right now.
Yeah.
Here comes Hecker.
Yep. Flag on the kick. We're going to have offsides on the kick on the special teams.
Are you sure it wasn't to the helmet? Offsides to the helmet?
Yeah, you could see that one from up here.
One of those things that we can see. We want to thank the North Kitsap people here, Chris Franklin, Vicki Wright, who made sure that we had a nice spot up here. They take good care of us. We really like coming up to North Kitsap. It's just, I always like the feel of the crowds. I've talked about it with many people. It is a small town feel. The entire community supports this team. It doesn't matter if they have kids in the school. They are out here at the football field. And if not, I am sure they are watching on Game of the Week.
I love this community, Paulsville community. It's just a fun place to be most of the time.
Oh, I agree.
Yes.
Hecker going to get to find out if he can kick it that extra 5 yards into the end zone. The back man certainly believes he can. He is almost on the end line again. Up man picking that up. Finding a little bit of a seam and suddenly runs into a sea of purple. No flags. That's a good thing. Brings it out to about the 35. Fairly good field position for Black Hills.
I notice now that North is starting to substitute. Got some fresh people out there. Good for Coach Weibel to do this. You always want to see our kids play.
Well, you want to build depth.
Yep.
You never know when an injury or something is going to change the whole profile of your team. 1st and 10 on the 36. Trying a handoff. They're thinking that everybody else thinks we're going to pass. Maybe we'll see if we can do a run. And North not fooled.
Speaking of injuries, Christian Tom was carted off the field. And I'm pretty sure he's on his way to the hospital. I hope all is well. I just don't want to see that type of injury.
Running back coming up. No more this time, maybe a half a yard.
North wasn't fooled on this play. A little
3rd and about 7. They're on their own 38.
First time I've seen this tonight. A little hurry-up offense by Black Hills.
Quarterback pitches it out to his running back. He's got some yardage, and he's definitely got a first down. That's number 21 with the carry, Jordan March. March, who left the field at one point tonight. Good to see him back out there.
You'd like to see March get the ball a little bit more, a little pass receiving. I mean, he is so quick. Once again, I think he's the fastest player on this field.
Well, when you get him out to that corner,
Yeah.
Melendrez also had some speed. You know that is one of the things that works well for him. That pass is, I believe, received, and they say it's good all the way down to the 27-yard line. That's some distance he threw that ball.
That ball had to be in a spot where the receiver was because he was on the sideline ready to catch. That's a great pass.
Yeah, there were 2 Vikings right in the area, but not where the ball ended up. I think we're seeing the Chase Morrow that Black Hills has seen earlier in the season. Nice little run for Connor Faroo. Looks like he's got about 6 yards. No, more like 4 yards.
Hurry up offense again. Looks like North is waiting for this, but they're not. Now they're not stopping them.
Well, you get tired when the offense does that to you. Nice job cutting into the middle. That's Bob Evans coming in.
He's been all over the field tonight.
Having lived in Indiana for a short time, I know the Bob Evans restaurants, and so I always think of that when I say his name. 3rd and 5. Not going to get the first down, but gets a couple yards out of that. And that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Boy, it's been a defensive battle in many ways, but fighting really, really hard. North Kitsap is leading 26-0 at the end of 3 quarters. welcome back to quarter number 4 of the Game of the Week. This is West Sound TV bringing you high school football 2014 on September 19th, 2014. We are up at North Kitsap Stadium here in beautiful Paulsbo. The Vikings are hosting the Black Hills Wolves right out of the Tumwater area, and I am Kitty Campagna on this mic. I have Spencer Anderson out there running the camera and the computer, and Dave Ziesmer on the other mic. Dave, who is from Tumwater.
My old stomping grounds.
Oh, if that fourth down was supposed to get a first down, it certainly didn't. It was 4th and 3, and they moved him all the way back. And it's going to be another turnover going to North Kitsap.
That's a tough one because Black Hills really had a nice drive going all the way down the field. Effective runs, passes.
Yeah, those are things as a coach that you're going to look at those as positives after the end of this. But North Kitsap maintains a 26-0 lead, 11:54 just at the start of the fourth quarter. And for those of you at home who've ever had senior moments, we found my glasses. They were just on my head underneath my headset. So it's a happy moment up here in the booth.
Isn't that a senior moment?
Oh, it is a huge senior moment, and I'm good at those.
That's a momentum breaker for Black Hills. You're getting a good drive, and then it just gets stopped.
Albee hands it off. You're probably going to see a lot of running right now. That's Jensen with the ball. Certainly going to hang on as best he can. You're going to look for some strips. Jensen had 61 yards coming into tonight, and he's been essential to this. We may not have called him for like huge runs, but he's just gotten some yards here and there that have been very important to this North Kitsap team.
Look for his name to be called a lot more in this fourth quarter.
That and Kyle North. I'm imagining there might be a little bit more of a running game right now.
There's no reason to throw on this.
Really nice. They took a page out of the Black Hills book on that one, going to their outside runner, number 7.
Nice tackle by Carla Noren from Black Hills.
And that was Leaf Klinger with the run.
He was just waiting for the run to come into him.
3rd and 3 on their own 29. These Black Hill guys looking a little tired on defense. They have been on the field a long time. Talk to the Seahawks about what it's like if you are out there way too long.
That's tough.
Looking at the blitz right now, and the blitz is successful, bringing them down probably 4 yards behind where the original line of scrimmage was.
Alex Albee kind of had looks like he almost dropped the ball on the pitch, and he kind of had to do a double clutch, and that's where it caused the timing to be off.
That and the fact that there are 4 white jerseys waiting for him right back there.
Which just adds to right there.
You know, kudos again still to this Black Hills defense. They have worked very hard tonight. They've done a really nice job. And again, they are stopping North Kitsap this time.
There really hasn't been many big plays at this ball game except that fumble return. Otherwise, this game's really close.
Interesting choice. Oh, you could even hear it. There was a meeting of the helmets. Number 12 chooses to pick that up. That was Thad Mashak. And now there's some conversation between players on the field.
Yeah, Bob Evans again. He needs to get off the field real quick. Not good to do that. Once again, the emotion is really high sometimes on the field.
He's got his teammate bringing him along, moving him to the side a little bit. That's Corey Jackson. But they would have gotten it at around the 46, and they are again going to get that 15-yard penalty.
And Bob Evans is now coming off the field. Yeah,
Coach is having a conversation with him. And that is one of those things that's part of coaching.
Yep.
This will now take the ball into North Kitsap territory. Not a whole lot of time left here in this game. 9 minutes and 31 minutes, yes. 9 minutes and 31 minutes, which adds up to 40. So we have plenty of time to finish this up. 9 minutes, 31 seconds.
I'd like to see Black Hills get a really, really good drive on this.
I'm sure they would love to take that 0 off the board.
Oh.
You want some positives to take with you the next week. This is not a league game for either of them. Black Hills has Centralia, Tumwater, and WF West in their league. WF West, the opponent that North Kitsap beat last week, and they are usually a powerhouse.
Last 3 or 4 years, they have been a powerhouse.
Really nice tackle. Give that to number 57, Corey Jackson.
Corey Jackson.
Just a sophomore, 6'1", 203. You look down there, it was pretty funny when I was looking up for the rosters. Black Hills had something like 64 listed on Max Preps, and North Kitsap had 97. So bigger numbers out for North Kitsap, and part of that is just the excitement they have in the program right now. Morrow trying to see somebody. You can tell.
He's wide open.
There it is. They've gotten rid of the 0. North Kitsap fans disappointed, but Black Hills fan finally something to cheer about with 8:23 remaining in the 4th quarter.
That play took a long time to develop, and it's like, how can a receiver be that wide open with a long pass like that? Somebody blew a coverage.
I would think so, but it was also a great pass. It looked as if he just couldn't even find his man over the taller lineman. Yep. One of the tough things at a 5'11" quarterback, but there have been some successful, even pro quarterbacks right about that height with the number 3.
He had a lot of time to throw, so that was a nice throw.
Great job by the line. Yep. Brought in their kicker, trying to get an extra point up on the board. Good catch by the holder. Boy, that just skimmed over the top.
That kicker was in motion before he put the ball down on the ground.
Oh, now, surprisingly, a flag on the play. My guess is it might be against North Kitsap, and I don't know what the call is, but the...
Well, North Kitsap is coming to the sideline, so it's probably against them.
Now, they certainly could still choose to take the point off and go for 2, but they might do that just to frustrate everybody. Who knows?
Or they take it on the
if they can
kickoff.
take it on the kickoff.
They'll get 5 yards if it's against North.
There's not even a North team on the field right now. The Black Hills guys have remained out there waiting to find out what the call is.
Personal foul. Oh.
Offsetting penalties.
Offsetting, yeah, both personal fouls. We've had a lot of those tonight, personal fouls.
We've watched it with a little bit of emotion taken over.
I bet you we're in double digits now for personal fouls in a high school football game.
I think you're right. I would think you are correct. So that's going to be offsetting penalties. Either that, or it looked like he might have been doing the flag thing on a boat, where if he'd only had flags in his hand, he could have been doing something.
A lot of hand movement on those calls. So what do we see? We see Black Hills. Are they going to do an onside kick? Or are they going to kick a squib kick?
I thought you were going to say a squim kick. Yeah. What's a squim kick?
A squib kick is one of those little line drives that you try to make them fumble. That's a very effective kick. A little pooch kick, which is just high in the air, and you try to get down quick as you can and receive the ball.
Ryan Hecker back at about the 15. I don't think I'm guessing everybody else out there is part of the hands team. And Ryan, too, might be considered part of that. Might as well try something. I mean, you are down 26-7, and here's your opportunity to try it. You get it over the first line of defense, and Hecker's got to get on top of it, and he does.
That's a nice kick where he just lets the ball drop, and it just stops, and you got to come and go get the ball.
That was an excellent kick. You are correct. That's exact. You want it over that first group of guys. There's nobody but poor number 1 all by himself who had to get on top of that and did a nice job. He is just a freshman, 5'9".
You watch the reaction of Hecker out there. The ball just drops and dies, and you're trying to crawl to go get the ball. That's a scary feeling. You're trying to. Yeah,
it's like being on a treadmill. It's just taking you back, and you can't make it there.
Good reaction by a freshman. Nice job.
Looks like a few new people in there for Coach Weibel. Under center, if I am correct, number 17, Chris Andrews, sophomore. 8:13 remaining in the fourth quarter.
With a lot of new people in, that we have a timeout already.
Opportunity to talk a little bit about West Sound. We're a whole group of volunteers, and we're a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to provide programming for local cable access TV, and also in this particular case to provide the programming for the worldwide streaming. Just a neat group of people who have a lot of fun together. We love to bring your community to you, and Dave, having joined us within the last couple years, first started out with basketball, where we really appreciated your insights as a referee, but it's been great to have you expand and come to some of the other sports as well.
I'll tell you what, I really appreciate just being able to do this for the community. It's a lot of fun to do. Man, I want to do more. It's a lot to learn, but I'll tell you, very rewarding.
I want to make sure I give a thank you to Sheldon Parr, who, nice run by number 33. He's got just a couple defenders there.
Sam Hendon.
A sophomore.
Yeah, that's the first time we've called his name. Boy, he's quick.
Good job by the line as well, opening up some holes to get him a first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 39.
And he did that mostly himself. He was turning and cutting and spinning, and just to watch that type of run is really, really fast and rewarding.
Lots of sophomores in. Number 19, Zach Clark, bringing in the play from the sideline. Still got some leadership out there with Kroll and Milliard. And as I said, number 17, Chris Andrews, just a sophomore under center now. Going to be 2nd and 9 at the 40, their own 40. Trying to cross into Wolf territory one more time. North Kitsap has spent a lot of time in Wolf territory, especially that first half. Not as much this half. There's been some tough defense on both sides.
This is where you want your younger players just to gain a lot of experience in this playing time.
Hands it off to number 7. That was not a horse call. I don't know who this guy is, but there should have been a flag, 3 or 4. That was number 57.
Kyler Noran, we've called his name many, many times tonight. That's uncalled for. I don't know if the referee was turned away from that play, but man.
Leif Klinger taking the brunt of that. At first, he pulled him down by the head, which it wasn't quite a horse collar, so that they didn't call that.
It wasn't a horse collar. It was the end of the play where he just kind of got up and pushed him into the ground again.
Exactly. And I thought our side judge here was going to see it, but it didn't happen. The fans certainly did, we'll tell you that.
Never turn your back to the play until the play is over.
6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. North still moving. Got about a 3rd and 8. Oh, nice run again by Hendon, and we're seeing that flag fly. 2 of them. Boy, there are, for a game that is no longer really contested, they are just getting a little too chippy down there right now. This is really a time where coaches need to take control of their players and see what's happening.
Normally flags, this many flags will say, hey guys, knock it off, but sometimes you're just going to have games like this where nobody even looks at the flags, so they're just going to play with a lot of emotion.
One came from the back judge, one came from the side judge. I don't know if it was sometimes that's, you see the hold that happens there, or if it was another personal foul or what's going on, but the referees have had many a conference there in the middle of the field. 26-7 lead for North Kitsap. Really pretty much have this game under control with only 6 minutes left. Another hit to the head. By now you would think they know that's not allowed.
15-yard penalty on the defense. But we tapped on to be able to
That's going to move it all the way into Wolf territory. Oh, there's another one as well. Personal foul.
2 personal fouls. And as coaches, they're going to watch the film this weekend, and they're going to look at all these and say, guys, come on, we got to be smarter than this. Both teams.
And this is a good Black Hills team. They've came out of and beat Montesano 33-7, and then Rochester 43-14, having some great moments. Not so many great moments here right now. And a lot of this is just the frustration that comes when you know that you maybe haven't played your best. And we saw potential many times in this Black Hills offense, and how many times a throw was just a little bit off, or the pattern was a little bit off.
Black Hills defense has really been on the field a lot this second half. They really haven't had much offense.
Well, in high school, quite often you go both ways, so you're out there, but defense just wears you out.
I saw
no!
that. Yeah, you could see that. Yeah, the head.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a tough one because the quarterback actually ran into the player at the same time the head came down, and that's.
It is hard to say the proper way to call that, but anytime they see a head snap back, you know that they're going to call it.
I see 3 flags on the field right now, and that I'm sure they saw that.
Just getting beyond sloppy now. 5:47 remaining, 26-7 for North Kitsap. And again, a personal foul. Oh, one both ways. Okay, so at least there's no yardage. It must have been the reaction to the initial hit that made that happen.
The whole defensive line pretty much came off the field from North Kitsap. All new substitute. They just probably need to get off the field.
Not sure they replaced that offensive line with anybody yet, though. But that is a smart move.
Actually, the offensive line came off.
That is a smart move by coaches. You got to bring these guys off, calm them down a little bit. No matter who's starting it, there's none of that. Here goes Hendon again. Look at this guy move.
Oh, good, yeah.
We're looking at some future right now. Sam is 5'9", 156 pounds.
On that play, if you've seen it on play, he never stopped his legs. He was moving, turning his legs.
Well, there were wolves in the backfield, and he ran from those wolves. I'd be scared, too, if I saw wolves.
Yards after contact, that's what they call that. And I'll bet you he gained about 10, 15 yards on that play.
All the way down to the 7-yard line. Once again, opportunity for North Kitsap to hit some pay dirt. They're going to give Hendon the chance. Brought down with a nice tackle. He gets it all the way down to about the 2, though.
He's got some cutback ability. He went right, and then he tried to cut back to the left, but it just wasn't there. But nice athleticism by Hendon.
Move that back to about the 4. I like that, calling his number one more time. He'd gotten him that far. You want to give him maybe an opportunity to put a TD in his stats.
I think he's earned it.
Yes. Black Hills coming. Their quarterback keeper. Oh, yeah. He spun and suddenly met another Black Hills player. Great defense.
Nice pursuit by Black Hills.
Just 4 minutes remaining. 3rd and goal on the 9-yard line.
Anyone turned in a backpack up here? No. Announce a lost backpack. Come on in.
And that's going to be another huge, oh, I'm not sure what that was all about. But here come does the guy with the white hat not have any flags? Because he didn't throw it. The guy came from the sideline.
He was actually going towards the ball and then turned his back.
And they're picking it up. Oh, I do know for a fact that the referees are filming this tonight, so I'm sure they're going to take a look at some of this and find out whether those are things that needed to be called.
One thing the referees look at is on a play like that is they look in the intent, what happens at the end of the play. Intent is a big word in refereeing.
4th and goal from the 17. Field goal unit coming back out one more time.
Mr. Hecker, this will be about a 34-yard field goal.
Guy's coming in from the side. He's got some distance, and that must have gone to the side of it because he certainly had the distance.
We have a personal foul again against Black Hills, running into the kicker.
They're gonna, at the moment, it is Black Hills
unsportsmanlike
conduct against North. I think they pointed that way. It is Black Hills ball.
Huh.
It is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against North Kitsap.
Yeah, tempers are starting to flare a little bit.
3 minutes remaining, 26-7. North Kitsap with the lead. Makes you almost feel as if they should pick up the ball and go home if they can't play nicer than this right now.
Coach Weibel's about 8-10 yards out on the field. I'm wondering what is wrong. Why on us?
Did they miss what may have been missed? It's quite often the second thing called, not the first. So Black Hills are going to come out with it at about the 33, 1st and 10. And the judge who's going to tell you how much time is left had to switch at the opposite end of the field. I think the play was broken up. Number 19 almost had the interception. That was Zach Clark, but it was broken up by his teammate, number 82.
Zach Clark.
And that was Damian Avalos.
If Morrow could just get that ball about a yard up in the air and lead his receiver downfield just a hair more, he's got that. He's wide open for the touchdown.
Here he is coming to 98 again. 98, he threw that behind him. Okay, I think I have that was 89. That was Zachary Searby. 2 minutes and 55 seconds. 26-7. North Kitsap lead. Looks like they're going to start out this season 3-0. Finally comes in on the quarterback, and he is helped. Guess who brought him down? Hendon.
Yep.
He shows he can play a little defense along with that offense he showed early on. I don't know that Black Hills have changed personnel much, but like I said, they don't have the numbers on the sideline, even though they're both 2A teams that North Kitsap had. Black Hills is going to call a timeout. Coach Kirk Stevens.
Morrow had his little running back sitting in the backfield just waiting for the pass. You just did not see him. He was wide open nobody was with him with 20 yards.
And some of that's just going through your progressions once again. But just a junior, has had a lot of success, but he's also had a lot of pressure here tonight. And a lot of that just due to the tough defense that North Kitsap has put out.
When you're running for your life, it's
The adrenaline can do such fun stuff to you. Let's thank Spencer Anderson for being on camera tonight, getting you all this action, and then sharing that action with the community and the world on the internet, which is always very cool. And thank you, Dave Ziesmer, on the other mic. We're always thrilled to have you. We've had a lot of fun as we bring new voices in here, and just want to make it known that we are volunteers, and if this is something that you'd be interested in, there are tryouts. I am the one who decides. No, it depends what's happening, but we like to have some people, new people and new voices. There was a nice completion there. Got it over the defender and out to his receiver.
And that completion, it went to the wrong receiver.
Details.
That was a kind of a weird play there.
But that was not enough for the first down, no. So it's going to be turned over to North Kitsap on downs. I don't know how many times they have gotten that turnover on downs. Great job by North Kitsap, knowing that they needed 19 to get a first down. Go ahead and give them 10.
Black Hills tonight could not just be consistent enough to move the ball downfield, and give credit to North Kitsap defense.
I think Black Hills has one timeout remaining. That running back holding that in kind of a scary position. That's number 38. Nate Jormo.
Nice tackle by Michael Kramer from Black Hills.
We do send our apologies to the Black Hills people in not being able to give a few more names. It truly is almost impossible to read numbers from up here. But there have been some great plays. The entire pack of Wolves in on that one. Defense doing a really nice job for Black Hills.
A little bit of sportsmanship right there. Black Hills player just picked up the runner to just tackle him, so that was cool.
You like to see that.
Yes.
Yep. One of those things kind of needed right now with about 1:15 left. This game coming to a close. North Kitsap coaches have to be happy with the win. There's some things they're going to be cleaning up, like the personal fouls and a few more of those things, but they have shown poise and played very well this evening. Trying to let that clock run down as much as possible. Takes a knee, and his clock is going to tick down at starting at 49 seconds. It is now 4th down and 15. They can let 25 seconds run off.
Nice way to end the game for North. They don't have to run anymore, just sportsmanship again.
Five seconds left. They're going to run this. Black Hills will get the ball back. One more possession. Oh, they keep running the clock. That amazes me. Okay. Oh. Nope, no, it stopped at 9. I thought that they were like shaking hands out there for a minute, and there will be one more possession. North Kitsap going to start out their season 3-0. Black Hills 2-1. Still have their whole schedule ahead of them. They play Columbia River next, WF West, Port Angeles, Kelso, Tumwater, and Centralia. And then you have this North Kitsap team that's going to face Squim next week. And we think at the moment that's kind of the thought for the game of the week. So we might be right back up here next week. Then they have North Mason, Bremerton, Kingston, Port Angeles, and Olympic. The whole Olympic League ahead of them.
North has a great chance on their schedule. They might, I'm just saying might, be able to go undefeated. They're that good.
Back in prevent defense just slightly. Number 79 chasing down the quarterback, and that cannot even complete that, but that gives 4 more seconds, so they get to run another play. Pretty impressive how far down the field those guys get in 5 seconds.
Dominic Perez, number 79, North Kitsap, wasn't even blocked. He was in the backfield, and oh, I'm almost on the quarterback.
A little bit of harassment there. Nicely done. Perez, also a sophomore. Just a bunch of sophomores getting some time in tonight. Oh, and the interception does not happen, but that's going to run out the clock. A final score, 26 for the North Kitsap Vikings. Only 7 for the Black Hills Wolves. Really nice job by North Kitsap tonight. Dave, how about your thoughts on tonight's game?
North is going to be tough. They got some real tough games coming up. Black Hills, I thought actually played well. It's just the emotion. You can't have all these personal fouls. If they don't have half those personal fouls, I think they got some great drives. They got a really tough league down there in the other league they're in, especially with Tumwater. Tumwater, number 2 in the state. They got to play them in 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and that's the big game down there.
So North Kitsap doing a great job tonight. You know, I'm excited for what we're going to see on our games of the week. We are going to try to bring to you the best game that we can every time. So we won't necessarily have it picked the night on this Friday night. What's happening next Friday? At the moment we're thinking it's going to be Squim up here at North Kitsap. And if not, it will be another local matchup that will work out for all of you. I want to, on behalf of Spencer Anderson, who's running camera, doing the internet, Dave Ziesmer on that other microphone, I am Kitty Campagna, and we are West Sound TV bringing your community to you.